Good evening, traders, and welcome to Heiken Ashi MTF TPS system presentation and questions and answers. As you probably know, I have created this system specifically for trading deposit bonus, but of course it can be used for ordinary trading. And I have received some emails from you, and today I will go through the system again and at a and close to end the webinar, I will also go through questions that you have been asking about this MTF TPS system. So let's start first with the risk disclaimer. Online education materials are available at Admiral Markets Estonia for a global audience. So please take into consideration that information in this session is not suitable for everyone. If you want to get a corresponding information, you should go to admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country of residence, and contact an appropriate entity. A risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. And Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for information accuracy. This is solely my opinion, and in no way it represents the actual suggestion for a trade. Forex is risky business, so this is a personal opinion only. This webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. By logging in to your trader's room, you can also check Admiral Markets Supreme Edition. Of course, you can use it even if you're not trading with Admiral Markets. You can download it and use as a trial. But of course, I recommend Admiral Markets because I trade also, and you can get up to 50% deposit bonus. Here you can also check that Admiral Markets was the official best MT4 broker in 2015. And by using our link, IB link, you can also trade with Admiral and gain additional credits. So today's agenda will be Heiken Ashi introduction, Heiken Ashi benefits, Heiken Ashi MTF TPS system, and live chart. And then I will go through some questions that I received from you. So Heiken Ashi, definitely similar to Japanese candlesticks, but we have a different formula for calculation. In Japanese, Heiken means average and Ashi means pace. So roughly translated, it means the average pace of prices. Heiken Ashi is a good way to identify trending period, potential reversal points, and classic technical analysis patterns. The technique is different than if we use traditional candlesticks, because Heiken Ashi modifies traditional Japanese candlesticks by setting the open and close through a calculation of the average. So the benefit from using Heiken Ashi is not just direction. You probably know that direction is clearly confirmed by the color of Heiken Ashi. But also we have strength, we have wick, and it's also all Heiken Ashi are usually color coded. And that code can go through Expert Advisor, so you can automate your strategy also. So MTF TPS strategy uses Heiken Ashi candles, but also EMA 30, EMA 60, and EMA 100. Okay, EMA 30 is red, EMA 60 is blue, EMA 100 is green. And stochastics 1433 are used for confirmation for our entry. Now for long trends, EMAs need to be aligned in the following order: EMA 30, EMA 60, EMA 100, or red above blue above green. And also Heiken Ashi candles need to be blue. For short trends, it's different. EMA 30 is below EMA 60, that is below EMA 100, or green above blue, blue above red. And Heiken Ashi candles need to be red in color. Okay? This is long trend, clearly defined. by diverging moving average, Heiken Ashi color-coded candles, and general guys price action. You probably now, because you've been with me for a long time, of course, at least during price action trading school, you know that when price is making higher highs and higher lows, that is qualified as an uptrend. And that is easy for you to understand, and I'm sure that you already know it. But these diverging moving average also help to define a long-term trend. Short trend is vice versa. Green, blue, red. And definitely, it's good to know that Heiken Ashi is filtered through these moving average along with standard price action patterns such as lower high, lower low for short trend. Now, how we use entry? We need to scan through two different time frames. 4 hour and M15. 4 hour is our main chart where we actually determine the trend. Once we determine the trend, we go and we zoom in to 15-minute time frame. And 15-minute time frame is the time frame of choice when we are to make an entry, guys. Okay? So that is our time frame of choice. Needless to say, this is multiple time frame system. So you always need to check both 4 hour and M15. There is no way that this system can function without the alignment of those time frames. So for long entries, you want to see a change of Heiken Ashi color from red to blue, while stochastic is still at or crossing from below 20. Of course, you need to apply trader's discretion. For short entries, you want to see a change of Heiken Ashi candle color from blue to red, while stochastic is at or crossing from above 80. This is an example of, let's say that you have determined the trend to be to the upside, and this is where we make our entries. Now, of course, now I will go through questions and I will explain a bit later, because I received some questions. What if EMAs are not aligned? Can we enter whatever? I will cover that. But at this point, EMA should be at least converged or aligned like this. And here is our entry as shown here. Okay? See? You see here, this is a short entry. EMAs are aligned. And entry is here. Very clearly defined rules, guys. You don't need to think about, can I trade? Will I do correctly? What if not? So it's very clearly defined. However, there are some cases where we definitely need to go through discretionary rules, and that is what we will cover also today. Of course, guys, if anything is not clear or you still don't have MTF TPS system, be free to email me, and of course I will send you the system via email. Okay? So we can now proceed to live chart examples. 4 hour time frame. Let's find a pair that has a clear trend defined per rules. So here, guys, we can see that this is a short trend. Okay, so this is a short trend. However, what you want to see is not just a short trend, because you don't want to sell lower and you don't want to buy higher. So actually, what you want to see is a pullback at least like this towards this EMA or towards these two EMAs. Now we don't know whether the price will pull back here or there, but we are here to capture it. So we want to see a pullback. Okay, that is the first rule, and that is clearly defined here. Okay? So long trend, short trend. So we want a pullback. Once we see a pullback, we zoom into 15-minute time frame. So 15-minute time frame, and you see there is no alignment here because 4 hour is still strong and 15-minute is, okay, this is a correctional move by Australian dollar. So as you can see clearly from this side, this 15-minute was only short today, long today. So we actually want to see either a bigger pullback or at this price here, we want to see a realignment of moving averages to show us something similar to this. Short trend at least like this, and then we can take a short. So here we can see that actually we need to wait. And that is good because you don't want to trade setups that are not that strong. So it's always best to follow the rules and wait for the pullback and alignment of these moving average. Okay, so let's move to next example. We will scan through this. So I didn't cherry pick anything, so we need to scan through these charts and see if there are any opportunities. Or just for example, Australian dollar CAD, here we can use this example. A pullback towards these candles. Usually guys, when candle on 4 hours starts to change color, that will be the sign for you to go to M15. So that is usually the first cue that the trend is about to change. So here you can see there was a pullback and here the color changed. So let's find our entry. Here guys, here you see here, and there was a sudden breakout. Now this is also, this was one of your questions. For example, for this short entry, should these EMA, should those EMAs be aligned as in this example and then we take short entry? Well, that is discretionary rule. If you are versed in trading, then you probably might notice that the price wants to go down because you see the price made it the pullback, resistance was hit, it started to change color. So you actually might take a trade if you are, as I say, if you know to read price action. And your entry in that case would be here. Okay? Okay, the first cross like this. Or eventually you can place trend line here and actually wait for the breakout of the most obvious low. And with Heiken Ashi, you can clearly see these highs and lows as in this example. Yes, Kuram, this system, well, as you could see in my blog post, well, you can use majors if you are, let's say, if you are not that versed in price action. But most of the time, this can be used for all pairs. But if you are not sure how it works, start out with majors and then switch to minors and other pairs. See here, that is bit discretionary, but guys, that is why I'm teaching you also price action. Because if you want to be successful, you need to know also not just the system, because guys, let's be clear. I really don't know any trader who became rich or who made in trading just by trading a system. That is a bit like a fantasy, right? But what is not a fantasy And what the truth is that actually you can be successful because I'm teaching you, and I've been teaching you also price action. So whenever you trade a system, you and your knowledge will tell you, okay, now let me think. If this was indeed a consolidation and the price hit the resistance on 4 hour, this was the most obvious low. Well, the momentum started to be strong. Why wouldn't I take this trade here? And you know, there will be a lot of examples like that. Because I want you to know not just these systems, but core price action principles that can be applied to any pair, any market, or any other system. The system is there to help you, but it's not there to actually trade instead of you. You are the trader, you are your own holy grail, and you have different tools at your disposal. Starting from a well-regulated broker, that is Admiral Markets, and very low spreads, withdrawal without any problems. And here you have me that will always be keen to help you. Because I'm a trader too, I'm not just an analyst. And you probably know that. And that is our advantage. Because I know what you need to have and what you need to know. I'm not selfish, and I'm always very glad to hear that traders actually are good, successful, and make money. Now, of course, as with any other system or price action or general trading, you need to have a discipline. And that discipline is actually respecting the rules when and which pair to trade. Obviously, ODCAD is tradable during US session. If you switch to ODN, you can trade it during Asia session. So you need to know when to trade and when not to trade. Would you really trade euro dollar during Asia better than ODN? I would never ever exchange euro dollar for ODN. ODN is the pair that has the best movements during Asian session, Tokyo especially, because it's heavily correlated to equities. And all yen pairs are correlated to equities. So you want to actually take opportunities if you have during Asia session. So let's use this example. Okay, we don't have a clear trend. Unfortunately, we don't have a clear trend. But look at this pullback, just for example. Now, this is also discretionary. Would you trade this setup? Although you see there was a pullback, but this was a really huge pullback. And here the price started to change. So if you go, but you see you see DMAs at this time, discussable. But that is also up to you, because that is, as I say, discretionary. So you need to decide. So if you go to 15-minute time frame, so here, guys, you probably would have an entry here at this time. And your entry would give you like, well, 20 pips. But okay, 20 pips, that's good, right? It's not that bad. I think it's good. So, because, you know, if you make 3 or 4 trades per day with 20, 30 pips, well, you are more than 100 pips good. So 4 hour is, well, I didn't switch. Probably I used other. Yeah, this is much better, guys. Okay, short entries. This is it. Short entry on 4 hour. I probably switched the time frame. So look at this. 4 hour short. Let's see. ODN is actually giving a short signal there. Okay, yeah. Again, guys. You see a bit of discretionary trading. Here you would have been good for a huge number of pips. But look at this. EMAs were not aligned. So what I suggest is you at least need to see EMAs congested. So our short entry would be exactly at this spot here. Okay, exactly at this spot here. I know green is not above blue or red, whatever, but you see, EMAs are converged. they are there is a congestion. At 4 hours here said, okay, we are good to actually go short, because you see they pull back and short candle. And if you had taken this setup here, first you would have been in a small drawdown, not big, and then 25 possible pips. But, well, what I would like to know here is whether this will continue, but judging from this price action, it will be good to watch this price behavior during Tokyo session, but this would have been a good short entry, guys, here, okay, here. So whenever you are in doubt and you don't have these moving averages aligned on 15 minutes, you at least need to watch for this convergence, and then you might opt for a short trade. Here, this was a bit, let's use it. This is clear, okay? This is clear that you could have taken, for example, if 4 hour was showing a long trend, just for example, you could have taken your long entry. Here you see how EMAs are aligned. But if you don't see EMAs aligned, this is what you want to see, convergence. This is what you want to see, convergence, this. And then you go in trend direction. Pound dollar, well, if you traded pound dollar from my Camarilla MACD setup, of course you would have been, I made tons of pips, guys, to be honest. Tons of pips that are reflected on my accounts and my even EQ pivot point. And if you remember my analysis, pound dollar, I did it on Tuesday with Forex Street. I said divergence, look for entries, and we had multiple long entries, so good to trade. And even there, guys, we didn't have a clear, you see here, there wasn't a clear entry on not entry, 4 hour time frame. See, that was not very clear. The only possible clear entry was here, but see how EMAs were. So TPS didn't give us any entry, but of course the analysis gave you good entries. But just for example, let's say that you actually wanted to take this setup. You had a touch of this EMA and this candle turned blue. We go to 15-minute time frame. We try to find it here. Okay, here, see? Multiple setups. Here, this is alignment, red, blue, green, and this would have been your long entry. Okay, this would have been your next long entry here, and so on and so on. So you see that with this MTF TPS, you can also do multiple entries. Okay, that is good. And of course, always check your system with my analysis if you trade a particular pair, because as I said, GBP dollar, Euro yen, today they were simply great to trade, just buying the dip, and that was very, very, very good. So let's use one more example, and then guys, if you have any questions you can ask. Well, most of the questions I received from you were about discretionary entries. And now I try to explain discretionary trading with this system. This is also discretionary entry. You see converged, totally converged EMAs. So if 4 hours says that you can go long, you can go long. Here, well, discussable, but close to this support, so probably yes. Let's use other examples. Let's use, I don't know, we can use dollar CAD. Okay, dollar CAD, this was a good short here. This short here. You always want to see better candles, guys. This is not so good candle, you see. I wouldn't take this candle as the cue for a short trade. This is not a good candle. This is good candle, guys. This one. See, this one. This is a good candle. So this is what you want to see. Confirmation on 4 hour, and zoom into 15 minute. Try to find an entry. So here, this is your entry, guys. Kuram, this is no EMA cross. You just want to see stochastic cross. So this is your stochastic cross. And this is where you take a short entry. So 4 hour, watch this, guys. You don't ever take this candle as the cue for taking the entry. This candle, this is a doji candle here. Okay, this is not good one. Look at this. This is doji candle. So it's not that good. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I need to go to line. No, impossible. I need to change colors here. Okay, but okay. So I will, okay, don't take this candle as the cue. This is not a good candle. This is also not a good candle. This is a good candle, this one. So here, 15-minute, go to your time frame for entries. And here, this is your entry. Stochastic cross, and look at this, EMAs are aligned. And potential pip count was 34. Now, you can use my daily pivot point indicator, but you can also use, guys, your own pivot point if you don't have it. Of course, I think that most of you have my daily pivot point indicator. So I will plot it on the chart. Okay, pivot. We mostly use daily pivot points because this is daily trading system. And here, for example, if we had a short trend, you see how price respects it. Beautiful, guys. Watch this. If we had a short entry, we don't have it, but sometimes, guys, well, you see, just for example, if we had a short entry, look at this. But those are the rules, right? And of course, session recap, dollar CAD was really good. I had some positive comments. Our session recap entry was like 30.40. The price went to 30.15, but it dropped 200 pips. So at least you could have made some good pips following dollar CAD short rejection. Okay, if you have any questions, guys, please go ahead and ask me. If you don't have any questions, I assume everything is clear. So I just wanted to let you know that you can find the rules for this system also on Trader's blog, Admiral Markets Trader's blog. You probably know where you can find the Trader's blog. If you don't know, I can show you. So Trader's blog, and then you can find the rules. Okay, give me a second. See here how to use proprietary strategy for trading deposit bonus. Here you have also the rules explained, entries. But today I wanted to explain, because I've been receiving emails about possible entries, questions, whatever, and I wanted to go with you through all these questions and explain, guys, how we actually take entries, how we actually take those trades. Okay, so I hope that I have answered all of your questions. Hi Ilya, I'm good. I hope that you are also good. So guys, that would be all. I'm not sure, I don't see any questions, so I assume that everything is clear. Okay, one more example. Yes, Faith is asking, where can I download EMA indicators? Faith, just send me an email. I will send you all these indicators. Okay, just send me an email and I will send all these indicators. My email is this one. Ilya is asking, could you roll the slides? Yes, Ilya, but most of that you probably know here. You can see the slides. I will go slowly, so no problem. Here, this was the explanation of Heiken Ashi. Here you have benefits. Here you have actually the alignments of EMAs if you want to trade it and which of these indicators we use. Here, these are the rules for long trades. These are the rules for short trades. This is a long trend example. So you want to see a pullback and color switch. So this is a good candle. This one, this is not a good candle. And this is the time here when you switch to 15-minute time frame and look for entries. Here, this is the time here when you switch to 15-minute time frame and look for short entries. This is not a good candle. This is a good candle. Entries are there. And I show the slide for an entry, and then I went to examples on live charts. So this webinar is being recorded. It will be uploaded tomorrow, and you can go through this again. So guys, that was it, basically. Shorter than usual, but because I don't see any questions, I assume that this is clear. So I hope Hamid is asking, where can I watch it again? Hamid, just go to this address. Yes, in YouTube. I will give you the address. Give me the second. I will send you the link. Okay. And this is the address actually. Give me a second. Okay. Hamid, this is the address. Admiral Markets YouTube channel, and there you can find a lot of webinars, price action training school, session recap, everything recorded, and this webinar will be uploaded. Ilya is asking, do you have a statistic which of your system is more profitable? Well, Ilya, that is very, very discussable. I use my analysis and Camarilla MACD for trading big account. I use AccuPivot Point for trading smaller accounts. Practical naked trading is very strong for both swing trading. And Heiken Ashi, I personally don't trade it because I have my own systems, and this is one of my own systems. But I can advise, for some people, Camarilla MACD is hard. Because of that, I give you the analysis with clear POC entries, and what you need to do is just follow my analysis and pull the trigger. It's that easy. But this system is suitable for traders who trade long-term, traders who are new for trading, traders who want to take multiple entries, so it's discussable. I don't have clear statistics because I trade most of the time. I trade AccuPivot Point and Camarilla MACD, and but other traders have asked me actually to provide them with additional rules for MTF TPS strategy. So that is why, okay, that is why I say I made this webinar, and I say, guys, it's always about your risk management. System will give you good entries. That you need to be sure you will receive good entries. But you need to understand the price action, because you cannot be fully successful if you just trade a system like a robot. That is, I don't know, I just don't know about it. You need to be fully fledged Forex trader. And for that you need to know about the rules, but also about price action. Price action is the ultimate avatar of Forex trading. The advantage of Heiken Ashi, Ilya, here is that you can make intraday entries, but also multiple intraday entries. This is not a scalp system. This is a pullback intraday to intra-week trading system. Usually you will get couple of good intraday setups. But don't forget, Ilya, don't forget that sometimes you need to cut your trade. For example, you see that, let's say, euro dollar is going up and you made your entry. But if it doesn't go up in next few hours, would you really wait or would you cut? I would usually cut my entry, because why would I trade something? For example, if I see that there will be strong news. So instead of waiting for that news, I will cut my trade in profit and wait for other setup. So every system will give you a good entry. Of course, if the system is good and if you understand at least some basic price action rules. But the biggest problem is whether you will wait or you will actually cut your trade for some pips. That is why I always say during session recap, if you want to take a full-fledged trade swing, you need to protect your trade. Because of that, you need to be present and at least pay attention once in a while for your entry. If you see that your trade is 50 pips in profit and price is not going anywhere, you need to opt whether you will protect your trade by moving your stop loss to break even, whether you will scale out and move your stop loss to break even, or whether you will put your profit to plus 40 and wait for additional momentum. That is what you need to do by yourself. So every system, such as for example MTF TPS, will give you an entry and you will be in profit, but you need to watch if there is any news, if there is anything that can actually compromise your trade, some, I don't know, conference, or maybe it's end of day. Everything should be aligned. For example, if you make a trade now, you would probably need to wait 6 more hours for your trade to develop, because now it's end of day. You don't make entries now at this time, except if you really want to test something and I don't know, you're impatient and, well, you can do that. And most of the time you will be focused on trading during major sessions, and major sessions are time when you can have really good entries and trading opportunities. So I hope that this cleared some questions, rules, whatever. And well, if you don't have anything to add, well, as I say, you can always ask for indicators. I will be glad to send you. And tomorrow, of course, I will come up with new analysis. Today we had Euro Yen, tomorrow we will see. Try to take the opportunities also after I post the analysis. There will be some good opportunities for you to take. So don't hesitate to trade. And try this system. Maybe you will love it. So guys, as I said, I wish you good trading. I wish you to trade safe. And tomorrow I will speak with you again. Okay, guys? Sure, feel free to email me for indicators and template. So guys, that would be everything for today. Cheers. Talk to you soon.